moto clogging up Glen Helen.
Swap spin moto. Okay, so we're here at Glen Helen today, testing the 2021 thanks to AHM and Brandon Peterson. It's his bike, we're just dialing it in. So upon first ride, I noticed a few things. All I did was go out there and do 2 laps. My brake pedal's a little low for my liking, and then also the clutch lever is a little too far extended out. And on this model, the clutch lever and clutch is hydraulic, so there actually is an adjuster to bring the clutch in closer to your hands. And what it does is it doesn't change where the clutch initiates. It just helps with the lever pull. So those who have 2021, take in consideration that you can adjust your clutch lever and make it feel better, just like your front brake lever. So we'll make those adjustments. The adjustment's quite a bit, but it seems to be kind of just what my hands like. It's a 10 mil and an 8 mil or a Phillips. So another adjustment that some people may not pay attention to is actually your brake pedal height, and compared to where your foot peg is and stuff like that. For me, this brake pedal, as I initiate, it feels too low, and I don't like that. I like my lever up quite a bit. So this is your adjuster. You break that one loose with a 10 mil wrench, and then as you move the adjuster, you watch which way the pedal is going. So I always hold the boot, because the boot will spin with the actual nut. If yours sticks too much, you can pull this boot a little bit and spray a little silicone spray in there, and it won't stick anymore. But we're gonna keep going up, because I like my pedal quite a ways up. We'll start there. And always remember to back this down and tighten it. It only needs like 8 foot-pounds. It's not very much. So now we got our lever up a little bit more. So this is Brandon's bike, and I'm obviously sponsored by BRP, but this bike specifically has X-Trigs, and this X-Trig triple clamp has 22 and 24 mil offset option. And in this case, the option right now is we're on 24s. And what we're trying to do is create a little bit more stability for this chassis. I like it. The last time I rode this bike, the bar positioning and the handlebars were wrong for me. My specific feel for this bike is actually a 999. That's basically handlebar height to seat height. I don't like my handlebars too high, because it actually feels like the bike's kind of like pulling you through the corner rather than you being above the bike and forcing it through the corner. Now, also, it's very important to figure out where your bar mount location is. And on these X-Trigs, you actually have 6 positions. It's back on the first bolt, then forward is 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you read the directions on an X-Trig, they'll tell you about that. But in my case, I'm at position number 2 with 999 handlebars. Special foot pegs that I make. I didn't come up with the idea, it just helps me after breaking my back. This foot peg is stock. It's what comes stock on the 2021. And the mounting location of the actual foot peg is super important for rideability for different heights riders. Now I worked with IMS to build this foot peg, and it's actually, the mount is 5 mil down and 5 mil back compared to there. If you can actually kind of see it if you look really closely and pause it, but this foot peg is 5 mil back and 5 mil down, and it makes a substantial comfortability increase for riders that are basically taller, longer legs. So I'm gonna go with this foot peg. This is the normal height one, and this is a Core MX. This is Core Enduro. You can see the lengths. So this one will be wider. It's probably gonna drag in the dirt, but I think that this chassis, the 2021 450, needs a low and back foot peg, not only for tall guys, but also for short guys, because of the way the cockpit feels. It feels like the foot pegs are a little high to me. So look into IMS's or any foot peg really that has the ability to be down and back, and it could help you with this chassis for stability and leg comfort. Are you done with your 8? Yeah, you gotta put your other. I put the pin upside down because it's easier to change, especially on the brake pedal side. If I'm doing a lot of testing, this is the way to do it. I always buy new cotters, I never reuse them. If you're wondering where to get cotters, these are 2.5 millimeters, and I buy them from McMaster-Car. I got kind of the small. Never had any cotter come out if you bend your cotter exactly like that. Now if you look from the side here, you can see that this pin is basically the reference point. If you come over this way, it's your reference point to where the foot peg mounts here. And if you put this on there, you can see the difference right off the bat, really. Said I was just having too much fun. Did we get gas? Yeah. You ran a dirt bike out of gas today. The 2021 is so fun. I ran it out of gas. As a veteran, I'm not supposed to run motorcycles out of gas, but oh well. Sometimes I make mistakes. Just want to give you a quick overview of being done with the bike. Super stoked that Brandon let me test the 2021 so I could share my input. Overall, I'm really happy with what Honda's come up with, and I think the chassis is still a little rigid. I think that's just the direction that motorcycles are going these days. I really like the bike. I wish I could get one. I wish I could race it. I'd like to have a few myself for Grand Prix and motocross style racing, but unfortunately that's just out of the cards currently. But overall, we moved the foot pegs low and back. We got the handlebars pretty low to kind of open up the cockpit a little bit of the motorcycle. For riders like my stature and weight, I think you'd really like the setup on that if you have this bike. The one thing that I would try if I had the bike longer is I'd actually put a tall seat on it. I'd add about like 3/4 of an inch of foam on the seat. I really feel like the seat's a little bit too thin, and it creates kind of like a rigid feel while sitting through rough chop in the bumps. So that's the last thing, but hope you guys liked it. And if you buy the 2021 or the new 2022, feel free to pick my brain and I'll possibly help you with the setup of it.